Kamana'o gets it in. Ka'aihui, Mafua, Danielson. That comes back over. Hawaii will try it again. Mafua goes to Satelli. Not a good hit. That sets up St. Mary's. Jolly. Jolly hits it into Satelli. The ball comes back down. Point for Hawaii.
And that was a great block. That time the block much better, well formed. There you see all three of them. Satelli getting in on that with Hewitt and Danielson for a stuff block.
Tied at 16. Danielson serving. Kamana'o, back set, down the line, big hit by York. 17 for St. Mary's, 16 for Hawaii.
York really just doing it all. The 5'9" senior out of San Antonio, Texas, just hammered that ball.
Dug up by Danielson, Mafua, and that ball is hit out by Weber.
Unforced error, they're giving her line. Unfortunately, she's hitting it out.
18-16, 2-point lead, now 1-point lead. York puts it into the net, service error. St. Mary's leading 18-17 here in the fourth game. Hewitt will go back to serve for Hawaii. We're in the fourth. In the air by Houston, chased down by Kamana'o. Here's Shaw. Hawaii, Danielson, overpass by Danielson, and a point for St. Mary's. Net violation. 19-17, St. Mary's leading by 2. Serving will be Shaw. 19, serving 17. In the air by Danielson, Mafua. Weber hits it off the block. Hit it off Jolly and also loose. 19-18, Hawaii trailing by 1.
Weber with her 7th kill, just hitting high into the block instead of unforcing that ball or forcing the ball out. Just hitting high into the hands and into the big of the court.
Goodman comes in. Uyato comes in for Mafua and Satelli. Hawaii trying to tie it as we get into the very important points of this fourth set. Uyato serving. Dug up by York. Kamana'o goes to Corp. That's off. Ka'aihui. 20-18 St. Mary's. St. Mary's needs to win this fourth. Remember, they've been pushed into that corner. They win the fourth, they will have earned the right to play in the fifth. They are 2 points ahead. White has come in, and she will serve for St. Mary's. Gets it in. Ball is hit by Goodman, and that goes down in front of Lowell.
Goodman, again, just really doing a nice job out there with a high reach, putting some serious heat on the ball. You can hear it echoing after she hits the ball.
Maeda to serve for Hawaii. 19 serving 20. Ball dug up by York. White. That's hit over by Lowell. Maeda. Ball hit by Danielson. Off of that set. A very fine set there by Uyato. We are tied at 20.
Kanani Danielson now with 52 attempts.
Timeout has been called by St. Mary's. They want to take away any hint of a momentum. The hard hit is sponsored by Ace Hardware Hawaii, the helpful place. This comes off Kayla Goodman. Goodman able to go all the way to see that big swing that comes out of the middle of her back. And there's another look at it. Hard hit. We're tied at 20. White goes outside. Ball is pushed over by Corp. Ka'aihui back set. Danielson. That's in the air by Houston. White again to Corp. That ball dug up in the back row by Hawaii. Ball is hit over by Goodman. Another chance for St. Mary's. Lowell. That's dug up by Maeda. Hit over by Danielson. Danielson not really hitting the ball with any power at the current time. And there is Corp. Well, you give St. Mary's those kinds of opportunities especially when the hit comes off Danielson. Boy, they relish that. They devour that ball.
They run a really quick outside attack, and it's hard to get out there and post the block.
Corp serving. Hui. Before, here's Danielson again, goes cross court, but Houston is there. Chased down by Lowell. Ball is pushed over by York. Uyato gets to Danielson. White, double hand dump shot, but right there is Hui. There's Goodman, and she is blocked by York. 22-20, St. Mary's.
York just staying home with a one-on-one solo block, extremely well disciplined.
Hawaii calls the timeout. We will too. Stay with us. We're in the fourth. 22 for St. Mary's, 24 Hawaii. St. Mary's wins this fourth. That pushes it into the fifth. Serving is Corp. Dug up by Maeda. Cross court, Danielson, tough angle, but she's able to get it by Luce and by Lowell, and down 22-21. 19 kills now for Danielson. Serving is Hui, slows it down. White goes outside. Ball is hit over by York. Hawaii goes to Danielson again, popped up by White. They will go to York. That's Hui. Maeda. Danielson just gets it over. Advantage again for St. Mary's. That comes over by us after that hit by Lowell. Boy, Hawaii really slowing down their attack. 23 for St. Mary's, 21 for Hawaii. And Houston will serve. Tremendous effort tonight by St. Mary's. Houston gets it across. Danielson to Uyato. Hawaii having trouble finally getting the ball over is Goodman. And again, advantage for St. Mary's. Ball is blocked back by Hewitt. There's Lowell. Hui. They go to Danielson. And finally, she hits that ball off court. 23-22. Mafua has come in. Satelli in the front row with Danielson and Hewitt. Mafua serves. That was an out ball, and Houston went up to try to get it, and we are tied at 23. Hawaii scores 2 straight points here. They win the match.
And Houston knew immediately once she took that ball that it was out.
Serving again, Mafua. White goes that time to Shaw. Shaw didn't have anything on it. Never got across. This is match point. Bob Browning, who has coached such a magnificent match for St. Mary's, can't believe it. He was in a position to take this to 5, and Hawaii has come back, and they have been able to sneak right by him. Hawaii was trailing, and all of a sudden, they just come zooming by St. Mary's, and now it is the great final point, or match point, or aloha ball for Hawaii as you look at the St. Mary's lineup. They have played magnificently well tonight. They have given Hawaii everything that Hawaii really thought they had and more, and it's not over yet. It is not over. Aloha ball, Mafua. That ball dug up by Houston. Here's White. That ball is blocked back. There's York. Confusion. The ball goes down, and Hawaii steals the fourth game. Amazing. It's like a force was in this arena tonight, and it dabbled with both teams. But at the end, it was not going to let Hawaii be upset. 25-23 in the fourth. More to come. Well, Hawaii was pushed to the limit tonight by St. Mary's. But in the fourth game, the Red Star moment is sponsored by Heineken, of course. Give yourself a good name. It was this block by Hewitt that had the ball back on the floor and gave Hawaii, out of nowhere, the final point. I mean, not the final point of the match, but the final possibility of that point. It got them to 24. They came out of the ether to get to 24. And so Hewitt's block is the Red Star moment. The most valuable players tonight from St. Mary's, Shannon Lowell. The landlady, huh? She kept showing up and collecting rent, and she was just bothering the Wahine all night long. And for Hawaii, it is Brittany Hewitt, her overall play. They are the most outstanding players, and the award sponsored by Bank of Hawaii. Now, you saw this match. Hawaii had to battle from behind. When they were in the third, there was a possibility of them losing that third game and then be pushed into that deep, dark chasm of having to win number 4 and also number 5. They came and stole the third game, winning 25-23. Then in the fourth game, Hawaii had the possibility of having to play a fifth game because of the play of St. Mary's. St. Mary's led most of the way in the fourth game. Hawaii came out of the ether again. And all of a sudden, they were able to steal that fourth game. Hawaii winning it by the exact same score as the third game, 25-23. Your impression of this team tonight? Did they play well? Was it St. Mary's that made them play the way that they did? Just what was it?
Well, I just think they're both well-coached teams, and St. Mary really scouted the team well and put a lot of pressure on them. They served tough. They played great defense. They're a very disciplined team. And at the same time, the UH Wahine really struggled at points. They did not pass as well as I thought that they should. Kanani Danielson had, 59 attempts? That's too many for one player to carry the load. It's got to be distributed, but lots of great things to learn from. And I think I agree with you. They did squeak it out. They got a few unforced errors by St. Mary's, allowed UH Wahine to come out on top tonight.
Well, nice working with you again, Lisa Strama'a. Hopefully we'll do it again soon. Hawaii is now 8-1. Quickly, the all-tournament team: Elizabeth Ka'aihui of Hawaii, Gabby Jolly of St. Mary's, Carrie Pestalozzi of UC Irvine, Chantil Satelli of Hawaii, Kylie Sexton of San Diego State, Megan York of St. Mary's, and Kanani Danielson is the tournament most outstanding player. Next weekend, the Rainbow Wahine will host a pair of matches against the Cougars of Brigham Young out of the Mountain West. First match is scheduled for Friday night at 7 right here on K5, the home team. A reminder that Tuesday night from the Pikaki Room at the Blaisdell Center, Hawaii News Now presents State of the City Showdown, a debate between 4 mayoral candidates. The 90-minute debate starts at 6:30, simulcast on K5, KGMB, and KHNL, and streamed live on HawaiiNewsNow.com. For our outstanding crew, and for Lisa Strama'a, this is Jim Leahy. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been another exclusive sports presentation of K5, the home team.